Robin.
All right, we're going to have T.I. in studio in a few minutes here.
What's that about?
At Tip on Twitter. What happened? What's going on? What's up? We're on. What happened?
No, we never let people in the studio anymore. But they're saying he's coming in, but he has to have one security guard in with him. Maybe I guess rappers have a different. That's fine.
How about we tell
Believe
him?
me, we're pretty harmless.
Yeah, I know. We're not very
Pretty
threatening.
harmless.
T.I.
What's up, man?
Hey, man. How are you?
Hey, man.
How you doing? Still wearing the hat with pride, my friend. I like that.
What's up?
Yeah. Doesn't throw it away just because,
Nah, absolutely not.
of the big choke.
A-Rod did not do well. He let you guys down.
Well, we're used to it.
Are you used to the A-Rod choking?
I support the city. You know what I'm saying? I'm wearing the hat in support of the city.
Oh, there you go.
Not necessarily the Yankees.
Not just the team.
Yeah. No.
Oh, so you're not really. Are you a fan?
I mean, no. I know some of those guys. I'm not a fan of baseball.
No.
I'm a football, basketball guy. But you know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of New York though.
What's your teams? Football and basketball.
Well, football, definitely. Well, first of all, for both teams, you got the Hawks and the Falcons.
Right.
But see, then when you grow up in Atlanta, and you have the history in sports that we have, you have to definitely support your hometown team. Then you have to actually pick somebody you think's gonna win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I like the Hawks. And then I also I like the Heat too.
When's the last time an Atlanta team won? Well, the Braves always did pretty well, but you don't like baseball. So when's the last time the Falcons or the Hawks won? Has it been forever?
Well, the Falcons actually made it to the Super Bowl in 2000, I think it was. 2001, something like that.
Didn't pull it off,
lost.
though.
They
Yeah,
lost,
they
yeah.
didn't pull that.
Atlanta's a big enough city that they should have some championships.
Mm-hmm.
They really should get the job done somehow.
Yeah, I think it's ownership though. I think, it's the executive office.
Do you allow like a lot of musicians don't want their music used with certain athletes? Do people use your music to walk out to, or you don't mind?
I don't mind at all, man. If it inspires you and motivates you to get out there and become a champion, then that was my intention. That was my intention in making it in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So,
do you? I have a question too, because I was reading something. Do you write down lyrics, or do you just kind of go from memory?
It depends on the song. It depends on the song. If it's a more introspective, a detailed story, meticulous, kind of story, I do write it down. But if it's just like a party record or a record that I'm just all too experienced in making, I do that off the top.
How good is your memory? Because I really,
good.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Did you ever come up with something you think is brilliant? Like, oh, that's just fucking great, and then the next morning you're like, oh, I was fucked up. I don't remember it.
I mean, it happens to me a few different ways and different times. There is no cookie cutter way of it happening. Sometimes I'll be like right here, and I come up with an idea, and by the time I get in the car, I'll say, I forgot. And if I think hard enough about it, I remember it again. And sometimes I go to sleep and I wake up remembering a song that I thought of in my sleep. So,
do you talk it into a recorder?
Yeah.
Do you have like a little thing that you'll talk something into?
Nah, I used to try and do that. I always lose those though. So it didn't work out well.
Do you have people around you too? It's like, I guess as a performer, do you have guys around you that if something's not good, like, cause we were talking about the original Star Wars, they did the Phantom Menace, which I thought was terrible. And George Lucas has nobody around him that just is like, ugh,
right.
It's fucking awful.
Bunch of yes men.
You need friends around you who will.
That's
like, hey, you suck.
Career suicide.
Every so
Everyone
often.
just yeses you to death.
That's career suicide. Yeah.
So you don't toss people out if they tell you unpleasant.
Absolutely not. Nah, man. I mean, honesty is definitely welcomed around me. Honesty, integrity, and just a genuine spirit.
I think if you're confident enough in what you're doing, you could take criticism.
Absolutely.
And it's not, the end of the world.
And if you want to be the best at what you do, you want to know when you're not at your best.
Yeah. And I know the difference between criticism and when some of these fucking fans are fucking with me. So yeah, that's kind of easy to distinguish.
Yeah, on Twitter, how bothered are you by? Because we sometimes you try to avoid it, but how bothered are you by like people on Twitter who are attacking you or like?
I'm not. I mean, because you got to think about it. Anybody who goes out of their way and takes time out of their day to come and say something negative to someone that they don't like, that only speaks volumes as to how much of a life you don't have. Because if I don't like you and I'm not interested in what you're doing and saying, then I'm not going to tune in to where you are long enough to type a long detailed. I'm not even gonna waste my characters on it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that speaks volumes as to what kind of people they are and what kind of life they don't have.
Sometimes they don't say one thing though that kind of goes like, "Yeah, you son of a bitch." Yeah. Some of them are kind of good at getting like one little screw in there, and
One
you're
little
like,
shot.
You found it.
I do what you do though. I actually I'll private message them something fucking horrific and then block them. It really is satisfying.
Yeah.
Because nobody has to see my response to them.
Yeah, no one else sees the response. You see it. You give them a good beating, and then you just block them and go, yeah, take it easy.
Well, that's it.
I don't have to see you anymore.
I'm not as experienced in my Twitterification.
Because he's actually working, Jim.
Yeah, I know. You probably got more positive feedback than we do. We're used to people hating our guts.
Doesn't it sound like all we do is deal with people? Yeah, you son of a bitch.
Well, it's the environment we're in. He's not dealing with that.
It is
crowd.
very toxic in here.
He's too busy creating. He's not tweeting as much as we are.
It really is, man.
It's at Tip on Twitter, by the way. for people out there.
Tip.
So how many followers you got?
1.3, 1.2 million, something like that.
It's gotta be nice.
How many you got?
136,000.
136,000. That's a lot.
Not compared to a million's a lot,
A
but
million is the benchmark.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just getting to a million. You know?
Look, I'm just getting there.
Taylor Swift, I seen her. She has like 16 million, I think.
And nothing to say, by the way.
That's crazy.
That's the problem with a lot of those
People with the most followers
They
say
have
the
nothing
least
to
interesting
say.
shit. That's why I like 50 Cent, because he doesn't give any fucking positivity. He just goes out and blasts people and goofs on shit. And I kind of like that on Twitter. Because I have nothing positive to say on Twitter. I really don't.
No.
It's everything I'm too afraid to say to people's face.
You're the same asshole that you get, only to other people. That's what you do.
Yeah, but I use my real name. The thing with Twitter is they
true.
can attack you anonymously.
Yeah, I mean, that's cowardly.
Yeah.
That's cowardly.
I have a question about rap. What's the difference? Because I tweeted a joke about something, and some rapper got pissed off at me, and we go back
was
and
the
forth.
joke?
It was about Steve Jobs. It was nothing that harsh, but after he died, I just
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying it's pleasant, but it's what I do. But he got mad at me, and my friend knows him, and he goes, well, it was a little back and forth, but it wasn't a Twitter beef. What exactly is the difference between a mild argument and a beef? Because a beef is apparently really bad.
Violence.
Oh, beef gets violence?
Violence and threat of violence is probably the difference.
Okay, so if there's a beef, there's a problem.
You don't want to
If we
ever
have
have
a
a beef.
disagreement, if we have a disagreement, that's one thing. But then if you say, you know what, it's on when I see you. Okay, now it's a beef.
Okay.
Then it's a beef.
And you're a guy that throws down. I mean, you don't seem to back down for that. No, but a lot of guys get successful.
I mean, I've gotten a little old. Man. I'm up in age for that.
Mellowed a little with age,
Yeah,
chilling out a little bit.
Start thinking about shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
There's too much going on out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Too many other things to do. Too many other ways to divide your time, rather than be too focused in that.
But you still worked when you were in jail. It seemed like it's like you didn't just wither away. It's like you still had projects going on and stuff coming out. It was like you did more in jail than most people do on
That's
the streets.
amazing. That always amazes me, man.
Well, I try to stay busy, man. I try to stay busy and productive.
I read some of the book. I didn't. We had it over the weekend.
How much? How much did you read?
About 20 pages.
What? That's it?
Yeah, I'll tell you why though.
Okay.
I'm preparing. I'm interviewing Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath and Ace Frehley from Cure, two of my childhood heroes, and they both have books. So I've been obsessively because they're biographies.
All right. Well, you get a pass.
But I have to say this. Okay, I'm not going to give away anything in the book. I'm only going to talk about the first couple of pages. But it really was much more. Because look, I didn't know if it was geared towards me as a reader. Much more than I thought. By page 5, I believe. The mother dies, and I'm not giving much away. It's the opening of the book. it's the first couple pages.
Yeah.
By page 6, the stepbrother and stepsister have sexual tension. By page 7, they're fucking. I loved what I read. I really did.
He just sold you a few books.
I honestly mean that. I couldn't believe that it went there that fast. I'm like, this is fucking great.
It's like, let's not fuck around. Let's get right into this.
It's like, I
I
genuinely.
love books like that, though.
Yeah.
Not out of because you're a guest. I genuinely want to keep reading this. I couldn't believe when I thought it was going to be like, all right, is this a book for teenagers? I could not believe it went in that direction
So
that
fast.
fucking quickly. I was like, wow, that's great.
The book's called Power and Beauty, just so we
Yeah,
get
Power
the
and
name out
Beauty
there.
in stores today.
Nice.
And it's about, would you say it's about two teenagers? Obviously, they're both 16. They're stepbrother and sister.
Yeah.
The mother is killed.
But not exactly stepbrother and sister. Well, I guess, Beauty was adopted by Power's mom when her mom passed. So and that was when they were 11, 12 years old. So they have been living as brother and sister for 4 years at the time when mom's passed. And so, I guess that brought them together in a way and had them see each other, because at that point they were all each other had, so I guess that allowed them to see each other in a way that I guess they'd never seen each other before.
It's still nice to see something addressed, though, realistically, or in a way you don't think it's going to be addressed. Because the part I'm at now is the mother was good friends with the guy. I think he's a pimp, Slim, and Slim Simmons. And he's trying to get them to move in with him. He's got a big house.
Yeah.
And it's like there's an underlying thing, like, I think, and again, I haven't read it far enough, but I think he wants to fuck the girl. I mean, I think, of course, he wants to fuck the girl. So he wants to stick the brother over the garage, and he wants to have the girl in the house with him. And I'm like, I just love the fact that all of this is happening in the first 20 pages of the book. It's not fucking a soft read at all.
And that's what would happen.
Yeah.
The guy would be like, yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
Pimp
fuck
probably
with
would want to fuck
Yeah,
the 16-year-old chick. I mean, I could certainly. But the Slim character reminds me, and again, I'm just starting it with of Iceberg, not Iceberg Slim, but who was the bald pimp in Iceberg Slim's book? Do you remember that?
I don't.
No, he was a real character in the 40s,
Okay.
and
Okay.
but he's reminding me of that vibe.
I didn't read many Donald Goins. I didn't read a lot of those.
Yeah, it was a real character. He's dead now, and but he was just a fucking hardcore pimp, and this guy reminds me of him, so I kind of like him, and I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, Slim, man. Slim ain't necessarily a pimp. I don't think pimping is in his repertoire.
Oh, he's not?
No, he's not a pimp. He's let's see here. I guess the neighborhood entrepreneurial.
Okay.
Just the guy who's the godfather of that area of Atlanta.
But he dibs and dabs in a little bit.
Got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, because he has diamond earrings and he's wearing silk at a wake.
Legal and illegal. Legal and illegal. He dibs and dabs in a little bit of everything.
Now, where does this come from with you? Like just
Well, it's drawn
pull it
from-
out of your mind. And,
It's drawn from my experiences. It's also I've also drawn from the experiences I have witnessed and observed others around me go through, and I was blessed with the opportunity and afforded the opportunity of working alongside David Ritz, who's done several biographies, and he's just an incredibly accomplished writer, and as we sat down. He said he said to me that he wanted to write a book in a world that I was all too familiar with, and he wasn't so familiar with. So I said, all right, cool. Let's, and we began picking each other's brains and tossing around ideas immediately. And before you know it, we had, pages, and we just began to critique those pages and build and expand and this is the result of that.
Do you still pick it up? And because there's something really cool about having because you obviously have so many products out, but of having a box of books that you've written, it's like there really is a cool thing
It
about
make you
that.
feel smart, don't it?
But it's a cool thing, especially since it's risky because you've made your living really, really well doing music, and it's like you're opening yourself up to be criticized if it's not good. So it's a huge risk that a lot of guys wouldn't take.
I mean, well, my thing was I wanted to I wanted to throw people off a little bit, you know, because I know that writing a book about your life, if you have an interesting life, you have an interesting book. You know what I'm saying? So you don't get as much credit for that. You know, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I knew that. I knew that already about him, you know. So I wanted people to actually read this and draw the conclusion of, oh, so he actually invested some time, some effort, some energy, and some artistry into this book. And I wasn't expecting a novel, you know. So he's actually invested in this part of his career. That's what, and also I wanted to motivate people in my culture, people of my culture, of my background, in my neighborhoods, to read more. You know, so I wanted to appeal to their interests as well as their intellect.
Oh, okay. Now, if you weren't doing music, what do you think you'd be? Do you think you'd be in trouble, or were you headed on kind of a decent
Well, you
road?
know, I mean, at that point in time, I was in trouble, but I was trying to find a way out of trouble. So, it depends, man. It depends. Just like power, I think it would have depended a lot upon who I had cultivating my talents and abilities, who I had, you know, leading me to or fro. I think that has a lot to do with where people end up in life when they are at that pivotal age, 16, 17, 15, 16, 17, who they have around them and what they are being motivated to do. I think that would have had a huge determination of where I ended up.
Are you still friends with people that are, you know, still kicking around and doing nasty shit?
I mean, you know, I still know them. I mean, we're not around each other enough in order to say, you know what I'm saying, that we're friends still.
Right.
But I know them, you know, we have a mutual respect for one another.
Are you glad you're
Absolutely.
out of that? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would assume some people would kind of miss the excitement or thrill of it.
You know what? Too much risk, not enough money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? You can make so much more money doing far less dangerous things. You know what I'm saying? You're not risking your life, not risking your freedom. You know what I'm saying? And it's just risk versus reward in anything in life.
Yeah.
The risk is too high and the reward is too low.
Do you find that people? Eminem has a song, I think it was D12, called "How Come," and it's kind of about people in the old neighborhood who are kind of resentful of your success. Do you find that certain people that you've known kind of expected you to bring them up with you, or resent where you are now?
I mean, it could be, but most of the people who are around me now are people who were, you know, who come from that part of my life. Most of the people who I work with now have been around me for 10 years or more. So they already know who I am as a person. The people who you say could feel like that, they weren't ever really around me before.
Right.
You know, or they're not applying themselves enough. You know, you're not helping me to help you. You got to do something worth selling. Anything is supply and demand. If there's no demand created, there's nothing for me to supply.
Do you think characters like this too? And I really am annoyed that I didn't read more of it, because the way it's kind of portrayed realistically or harshly almost, it seems like in movies they're always trying to find the positive note. They're not always. They seem like they don't want to paint things honestly.
Yeah.
Which I think it really is. It's uncomfortable to watch, and it's kind of sugar-coated.
funny,
And this
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
seem sugar-coated at all.
Well, that's definitely authentic. Authenticity is definitely that's the approach we wanted to take. You know, we want to remain true and honest to the life and the world that we surrounded this book in, and you know, and we have to remain true to what we writing about, or else we just, you know, wasting a lot of people's time and money.
Who would you say coming up was your favorite performer?
Tupac.
Really?
Yeah.
So is there any music you listen to that people wouldn't expect you to listen to? Like, and we all have that. Like,
Sure.
Like, do you like country, or do you like, you know? I mean, that might be a stretch, but you know,
Like Maroon 5.
do you?
Yeah.
Well, it's got some soul to it. and
Does
shit.
it? I've never listened to them.
It's yeah. It's almost got to sound like God, what's his name?
I like Adele too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
5.
That Adele is.
She's great. But this is how
Wow.
shallow I am. She's not. I'm not
amazing.
attracted to her, so I can't really listen to her.
Oh, man.
I know. It's very shallow. It's shitty.
Well, when you
It's
see what she looks like,
yeah.
it kind of bummed us all out. You know, you have that fantasy of what you think she looks like with a voice like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's true.
LaRue, I like her
Yeah.
as well. I like a lot of, I like music, man. I like music.
You like rock as well?
I do, but you know what? I haven't really listened to a lot of rock since honestly, Nirvana. I like Green Day, obviously.
Why do you say obviously?
Because dude came from Nirvana.
Oh, you know what? You know more about rock than I do. I had no idea.
No, you mean the Foo Fighters?
Oh, Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters, okay.
Foo Fighters.
Even if you had said Foo Fighters, I wouldn't have
Let's
connected.
talk about
that.
Dave Grohl.
Oh, okay.
Foo Fighters,
Yeah,
dude
yeah.
came from Nirvana.
Yeah.
Green Day, I like them a little bit because they remind me of that type of hardcore, grungy, you know. I like the rockers who can sing, though. You know what I'm saying? Not the ones who just yell and you know.
And make noise.
Yeah. Like, who's the actual leader of this band here?
Yeah. It's in the
Everybody can scream. The drummer can scream.
Good. Can we hope a guy on our staff is hearing that because he screams a lot in his fucking death metal band. So I hope he's hearing that. T.I. is telling you you're a flop, stupid. I hope you're hearing that.
I don't do that, man. I don't do that.
And so, like, you know, I mean, you're out now, and it's like I'm sure you want to stay out. And like, do you kind of live and learn as these like little things happen, like these little
Absolutely.
traps that people can fall into?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, I feel like things happen to different people for different reasons, and everybody in life has a different lesson to learn, and it takes different encounters and experiences in life to teach those lessons. So, you know, what it may take for you to learn your lesson isn't exactly what it would take for me, and vice versa. So I'm just traveling my path and learning my lessons.
Did people try you in jail, or how do they treat you? Because sometimes with celebrities, it can be either way. They can either respect you and enjoy you, or they can.
I mean, I had mutual respect from all the people that mattered.
So no real problems. I'm always fascinated with jail. We had Bernard Hopkins told some great stories about
You
the
wouldn't
invented.
last 2 seconds in
Dude,
it.
that's exactly why.
Yeah,
Why do you think I pay my
look at us.
taxes? Because I like the government? No, I don't get fucked in the ass.
Yeah, look at us. We'd be a problem in jail.
Of course. Oh, they would love me.
Oh, we would suck in
They
jail.
wouldn't, I wouldn't even get hit. They would probably
Literally.
just pinch my cheeks.
Man.
What was the most creative? I'm always amazed with guys in jail. The creativity they like.
Hopkins stories were amazing.
How they
like you
made
said.
microwaves and. Like,
Oh yeah. Now that kind of stuff, man. That just that ingenuity. They definitely.
Was there something like that?
resourceful.
Was there something like that where you were just amazed by, like, wow, how did they figure out how to do that?
Man, you know they fry chicken.
How
And
the hell
they fry chicken and burritos and stuff by taking they get like a plastic container, which would be they get a brand new trash can, a little trash thing, and they'll cut it in half, take the bottom half, fill it with grease, and they'll get what you call a stinger. Well, you get a positive and a negative wire. You put it in the grease and plug it up. And it
Heats it up
and it fries.
Holy shit.
They make chicken nuggets and French fries.
Is it good? Did he try it?
Yeah, I mean it was
all right.
Yeah, better than cafeteria food.
Holy shit,
I mean,
that's amazing.
there is such a genius to some of the guys in
No
jail
kidding, man.
to make wine in the toilet. I mean, this
Oh
is.
yeah, that's another thing. The wine, not in the toilet.
Don't they?
In
I'm
the
watching
toilet.
The Longest Yard. So don't they just kind of put it in a bag and just soak it there to keep it cool, or to hit? Or no?
Nah, you got to keep it warm. You just have to have a place to hide it. And yeah, you definitely they make it out of tomato paste and sugar and other
Anything
things.
that'll ferment after
Anything
a while,
that will
yeah.
ferment. There you go.
Yeah.
What was the worst part about being locked up? Was it the lack of female companionship or the
being
food?
Locked up.
Yeah.
The worst part about being locked up was being locked up.
Did you think, like, right when that happened, did you just think, oh man, I might have fucked up here?
No,
Like,
there was no might into it.
yeah, not
There was
no
you
might.
know.
There
But
was no
did
might.
you think like that? Did you ever have any doubt that you'd be able to take up where you left off or anything?
Man, you know what,
back
man?
on track.
Man, professionally, I never really. I don't think that I never thought it would be a problem for me professionally because what I have to offer the marketplace, I don't think anyone else has. They can't fill that void. They're not me. You know what I'm saying? They can do what they do very well, but they can't do what I do. So as long as I continue to do what I do, then there'll be a place for me.
That's one thing you could still do from jail. It's not like, if you're an auto mechanic and you get sent up, somebody could bring their car by and you could still fix it and make a few bucks. Right, Jim?
Well, yeah, I mean,
hear what I'm saying there, Jim?
no, but you know what? It's true because the question is, do you ever run out of thoughts or ideas? Like as a do you get can I get writer's block? If I sit down and say I have to write, I have to create, I'm fucking finished. It will happen at a really bad time. Like if I'm playing chess on my iPad on the toilet, I'm like, oh, idea. It always comes where I'm not looking for it.
And what's coming out of your ass is probably a better one.
It really,
Oh man.
Can you make yourself create, or does it have to just hit you when you're doing something completely the opposite?
I mean, of course, you want it to happen organically, and you want it to be a natural thought. But man, you can, if necessary, if you're a professional. I think performing on the spot is a part of the job. Being able to perform at on command on whatever topic. That's a part of the job.
Do they still do rap battles? I mean, I'm very 80s with fucking rap.
God,
I don't remember. It's fucking. I'm thinking of Red Alert and Marley Marl in the fucking late 80s.
Every Friday on 106 and Park. They do.
They do?
Yeah, every Friday on 106 and Park.
Well, I always thought,
Freestyle Fridays.
what an amazing skill that is, and also an instant humiliation if you're terrible at it.
Instant.
Immediate.
Yeah, it just seems like there's no way to bullshit through that with a fucking a group watching you.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than getting your ass handed to you. I think in a rap battle is gonna be quite
What's
embarrassing.
even worse than that? Doing a good job and doing so good of a job that the guy you're going up against kicks your ass.
Oh, literally
yeah.
kicks your ass.
On sight.
I've seen some
I've
videos
seen
where
that,
people have
yeah.
gotten pissed off, like, fuck, man, this guy's ripping me apart.
And the guy getting beat up just wants to go, look, this isn't fair. I won. That's not right.
That's really
This the
funny.
thanks I get?
Yeah, I did a good job.
Show off
I
my
did this so I
skills.
wouldn't have to fight.
Is this my pat on the back?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. You're right, because you do
Yeah.
stuff like that so you avoid fighting.
Right.
There's some video
Have
on
some
YouTube
kind of skills.
of a guy doing that where the guys were going back and forth, but the one guy started getting way too aggressive, and I guess he was talking too much shit in his lyrics and like what he was going to do, and the other guy just popped him in the
Just
face.
popped him right in the
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, really just put it on.
Immediately. Bow.
Yeah, I guess the guy knew he had nothing to come back with, and if you can punch somebody in the face and win, I mean, who wouldn't want to win every argument?
No shit.
That's bullying, Jim. We don't like bullying, man. That's not cool.
That wasn't bullying. The other guy was in his face talking a lot of shit.
I'm just fucking
Did you ever write anything that you regretted? Because I know you've had a couple of minor things, and then they get patched up.
Anything that I regret?
Yeah, like lyrically, once it's out there, I've done jokes and stuff that I kind of wished if I could.
So did the audience.
Nah.
I'm fucking with you, Jimmy.
Everything I write
Jimmy's
is
brilliant.
everything I write is how I feel. And I mean, I've wrote some things where I say, "Whoa," I went kind of far. That was kind of graphic.
Yeah.
But they were mostly sexual content.
And that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well,
What do you get, though?
It's but the thing is, like, I make those songs, and then, you know what I'm saying, my kids will say, "Oh yeah, Dad, I love your album."
Oh shit.
Wait a minute, which song do you like? So, I'm pretty open, honest, and I'm a hands-on dad. So, you know what I'm saying, I can navigate them through the filth.
How old are
Yeah.
Through to the art.
they? How old are the kids?
Man, I have kids from 3 to 16. 15, should be 16 soon.
So the younger ones, do you try to do you steer away from the hard lyrics, or do you just give them the radio
I
edit?
give it to them straight up, uncut, and I explain to them that, now, if you are confused or have any questions about anything said about on this or any other project, you come talk to me about it, because if I catch you imitating or repeating any of these things, you're going to have to deal with me. And we have that understanding, and I've never had a problem.
You don't want to have a beef with a 3-year-old. No. It's terrible.
Do you think people's perception of what rap is or what rappers are like is accurate, or do you think that the media takes certain aspects of the music or the problems that flare up and makes that the entire
Yeah, that's what I think.
genre.
I think they take isolated incidents and try to blanket it over the whole genre of music. But I think that rappers are just like anyone else, just like any other group of performers or group of professionals. You're gonna have good guys, you're gonna have bad apples, you're gonna have good ones who, as far as, you know, they're good at what they do artistically, and you're gonna have ones that suck, and you're gonna have some of integrity, and you're gonna have some that'll sell their mother's heirloom, family heirloom for a record sale or a record deal. You know, you're gonna have different walks of life in anything, in any area you step into. Rap is no different. We're all not criminals. We're all not gangbangers. We're all not former drug dealers. We don't all go to jail. We don't all even, you know, come from urban areas in society. So we shouldn't all be treated the same and grouped into the same bunch.
It does seem, though, that a lot of people, in order to, I don't know, get the credibility, try to present that, though. You know what I mean? Like some guys,
not that anymore.
If you're from the suburbs around a big city, you're going to say you're from that city to kind of.
It's not really like that anymore.
Really?
You know, because, you know, look at, you know, two of the biggest stars in the game right now are totally away from that, which is Kanye West and Drake. You know, both of them are, you know, hey, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is my life. This is not my life. I'm not going to pretend that this is what I did or what I do. And I mean, they're accepted. They're respected. Their music is appreciated. And I think that, you know, other people who come from that walk of life should take their, you know, they should take their lead on that, because there's nothing worse than trying to pretend to be something that you're not.
Were you as shocked as I was when it turned out Vanilla Ice was from the suburbs? I couldn't believe it. He seemed so street and urban and tough, and then all of a sudden he's I'm from the suburbs. I'm like, he just wrecked my image.
You know, yeah, that killed me too.
Do you know what I noticed too? A lot of rappers, like, and this is one thing and again, I'm not as up on rap as I used to be, but like, Eminem talks about being afraid a lot, and it's like I always kind of wanted rappers to address that more.
Afraid?
Like, he talks about being just what it is that scares him or hurts him beyond. And again, there might be a lot of guys doing it that I just
I've never heard
missed.
him talking about being afraid. I've heard about him talking about being hurt or being upset, and, you know, just unhappy. But
There's one. I guess I'm thinking of something. Maybe it was from 8 Mile, where the lyric is something. I'm afraid, so why am I afraid? It's about, I think, where he's trying to write or create something.
Okay.
And I'm just like, I kind of like the fact that he addressed that part of the psyche that I don't hear a lot of rappers addressing. Although,
They're
like,
just trying to be hard all the time. Or?
yeah, because I'm sure it exists, but maybe there are guys that do it, and I just don't know it.
Showing vulnerability, Jimmy?
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. I mean, well, you know, I think that honesty, that true to life honesty, is what people can connect to in music, in rappers. Not only just rappers, I guess music of all genres, but that honesty is what, you know, the listener identifies with, and that's what brings them back and connects them with you and brings them back on your next project and your next project, because they feel like they relate to you and what you're going through. Your pain is their pain.
There's a weird thing too when you meet people, because you tell them things. You know, for us it's here, or it's whatever, and for you it's your music, and they really know a lot more about you than you know about them.
Right.
And that's always an odd feeling, because they expect you to be forthcoming, and it's like, but you know 50 things about me, and I know one thing about you. All I'm asking for is a picture of your pussy. Could you at least just text me a picture of your vagina so we're on even ground?
Oh man. Hey man, you know what? I never thought about that. That's a classy approach.
Yeah, I put P, and I don't actually write the word.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
P
Yeah.
and PU and 2 5s.
Like PU $. Yeah.
You figure out the rest.
You got to be classy. Yeah.
I always find that is an odd feeling with people to know that they know so much more about me than I know about them. And do you ever regret putting personal things out there, or and just kind of want to like wall up a little bit and be private?
I mean, I don't know if I could say I regret it, you know, I've definitely examined the challenge that it brought. You know, I examined the result of it. I don't say I regret it though. I think that everything, all things about me have they've contributed to making me who I am as an artist, as a man. You know, so I think that at the end of the day, you just got to accept it. You got to accept it and see how you can make it better and move forward.
How do you deal with the fame? You just sometimes want to fucking just be alone.
You know, now I would much rather have some quiet money.
Yeah, quiet money. You got that loud money.
Loud money. I'd rather have some quiet money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got loud money. You know, I see a lot of people, man, with far. We were just talking about this last night. I see, you know, there are a lot more people with far more money than me. And they just, you know, they just go and live. And like whoever owns this thing, whoever owns Sirius, he can go ride the subway. He can, you know, he can go
yeah,
shopping.
that's quiet money.
He's certainly not paying his talent.
Keep a little too much for himself.
You know what I'm saying? And just like, you know, like the guy, you know, Edgar Brofman, one of the owners of Warner, or one of.
I know he is.
You don't know Edgar Brofman?
No.
Well, the Warner Music Group.
Okay.
All right. Well, one of. He can walk around, man, just like you say. You don't know who he is. You know, this guy's loaded. This guy has more money than the color blue. You know, this guy's loaded.
A lot of money.
And you know what I'm saying? He can walk around, do whatever, and people, you know, they'll never bother him. They'll never know to bother him.
Yeah, he's
You know?
just another suit walking around.
Can you-
Just another suit.
Yeah.
Can you do anything without being recognized anymore? Like, is there any? I wonder with guys who have that level of fame. Like, what's the last thing you can remember doing? Just like maybe with your girl going to a movie where nobody bothered you, nobody knew who you were.
Nah, well, you know, well, in my line of work, you kind of, you want people to know who you are. You know what I'm saying? That kind of yields to your, that yields a good performance. But I just learned how to handle it. I learned how to deal with it. If you manage the situation, then you can, you know what I'm saying, you can get through the day. Now, Pete, when you go to, I give you an example. Let's say you go to a crowded area. Let's say it's a mall, okay? You go to the mall, a lot of people start to gather, crowd gathers, everyone notices you. Now, if you just take off running through the mall, then they're gonna chase you.
Right.
However, if you say, hey, how y'all doing? Excuse me. Hey, listen, guys, I'm just here. I gotta run and get something right quick. I appreciate the love. If y'all just let me shout, excuse me, thank you. And you just, you know, make your way through there, then, you know, you treat them like people that treat you like a person, and they'll shake your hand, say what they want to say to you, and then move on.
What's worse than when you're having an argument in a text or on the phone with your girl and some fuck? And I'm always fan friendly, but it is literally the worst. Like, some people have no perception at all, and I like getting photos with people. I'm a bit of an asshole. I love taking pictures with people, but. You know, it's like, will you read the room? Can you not see how unhappy I am right now?
Read the room.
But when you're eating, dude, even I won't ask when people are eating. But I've actually had people at the Comedy Cellar sit down next to me.
Yeah.
And go, do you mind if I take a picture? It's like, what do you mean?
Yeah, that you know, that's like, you know, those are things that I won't do. I won't do it while I'm eating with my family. And I don't like doing it like in public places.
Because
like
one starts and then there's many.
Airports and malls. I don't like doing them in there because, you know, like you say, you do one and you're doing them until you leave.
Listen to this, Jimmy.
And but what's worse than a chick with a cell phone trying to take a picture? The boyfriend gives her the camera.
And you know the worst thing is when they ask you to take a picture, you say okay, then they don't know how to work it.
Yeah, it's not set up.
Oh man, well, wait a minute, it didn't take. Wait a minute.
Hold on, let her look at
this.
this.
How do you do this? Oh man, the battery's going dead.
One more.
Let's do it. Wait, let me see your phone. All of a
sudden, it's a photo shoot.
Oh wait, I'm doing video on flash. It's like a fucking camera, idiot. Can you figure that out at home?
I need a flash. Turn away from the light. Turn away.
There's nothing worse than a girlfriend fumbling with an iPhone.
Setting up reflectors.
We have to.
We gotta get T.I. out of here.
We have to wrap him, but just to plug his book signings as well.
Yeah.
The book is called Power and Beauty, A Story of Life on the Streets. And I'm telling you genuinely, I have read a small amount of it, but I really liked what I read. It's very ballsy.
And you're going to continue reading it.
I really am, man.
Yeah.
A lot of times I don't finish the books. I really will.
So I asked him off mic.
Yeah.
Jimmy reads a lot.
Yeah, but it's like a lot. Usually it's biographies, and I don't like nonfiction as much anymore. And this one grabbed me immediately, and it was just late, and
That's what's up.
I was being a pig online again.
And you say you
You need to know that.
you read a lot of nonfiction?
Crime stuff, and also just when we're interviewing people, like
Sure.
I'll read the books of people who are coming in to be interviewed. I feel obligated.
That's rather distinguished of you.
Yeah, but you understand, I'm such a sex addict. It just anytime I'm not reading,
Yeah,
I'm being a
idea.
creep on the computer. So I literally will
You have
read,
no idea.
look at porn, stop, read Twitter, play chess on the iPad.
It's only
Man,
20
you-
pages.
And you know what, man? That you're exercising a lot of parts of the brain right now. You're stimulating a lot of different parts of your brain.
I really am. I'm holding the book with my left hand. I put it down and jerk it off with the right. All right, here we go. He doesn't need to know. He doesn't care.
We want him to come back.
All right, tonight, let me get the book signings. Tonight, 6 o'clock, it's Human Bookstore. It's 2319 Frederick Douglass Boulevard. I believe that's here in Manhattan.
Yeah, no, at Harlem.
Oh, it's in Harlem,
Yeah.
uptown.
Uptown.
And Thursday at 7 o'clock, Books A Million, which is in Peachtree City, Georgia.
Yeah, that's 30 minutes outside of Atlanta.
And we are heard there. And then next Wednesday at 7 o'clock is a Barnes & Noble in Santa Monica, California. These will
West
obviously...
side.
What's that?
The West Side.
The West Side, Barnes &
West
Noble?
Coast, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm the West Side. I'm thinking he means of Santa Monica.
No,
And I'm-
West Side of the United States.
I give myself away immediately. I'm a fucking suburban jizzbag. All right.
Well, there's sort of a west side of Santa Monica.
I know, but
It's the beach, but
why wouldn't I know that?
The beach.
I don't know. I don't know if they.
if you're on the edge of the pier, maybe.
No,
you
but I
know.
actually said the West Side Barnes & Noble. Like there's two of them.
Yeah, if you got your feet in the sand, I suppose that's
I guess that's the west
of Santa
side.
Yes.
Monica, yeah.
If you're buying a book and you're looking at the Pacific Ocean, all right. So tonight, Thursday, and what is your website?
My website, trapmusic.com, at Tip, at Twitter, grandhustle.com.
Okay, so you can find out if you don't hear this, if you're driving now and you want this information.
And you,
but,
you and Diddy are all right now?
Yeah, man, we always have been, man.
There's a little weird thing that happened last week. I
Those
heard.
are, man, that's my brother, man. I guess what the world witnessed was two brothers who have an equal amount of admiration and respect for one another.
Diddy was serving some vodka. Someone was drinking something different.
Oh, yeah, I heard
and
that.
Diddy
Wow.
did not like that at first, and then T.I. stepped in.
yeah, so
Well, you know,
relax.
hey,
And
man,
controlled the
that's-
situation immediately.
That's my brother, man. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the first people who actually, of his level of success, who actually reached back and said, "Hey, man, I think you got what it takes." So, I'm always gonna have a huge amount of respect and admiration for Puff.
He's a marketing genius.
Yeah.
He's a marketing.
Yeah.
He's selling liquor. I mean, it's amazing to me what this guy has branched out into, and I can't get fucking anything going.
That's a perfect ending, man.
All right,
thanks
so
for
T.I.,
stopping
thank
by,
you very much,
Thank
man.
you.
man.
All right.
Power and Beauty is the book.
Wait. What are you, crazy? Hold on.
You mother effing piece of crap.
Somebody stop it! Stop it!
Damn you!
Shut up!
Oh, yeah.
Yes, fuck it.
Daddy!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, suck it.
Somebody stop it!
Shut the hell up. Pander. Be daily.
God damn it.
Just like a cat. I don't give a
Ain't my mama pretty? She got meatballs on her titties, scrambled eggs between her legs. Ain't my mama pretty?